Jesus for me is everything. Jesus was who he said he was. He was the Son of God. He was the only way to the Father. He's the only way to know peace with God. He's not one option among many. He is the only way. And that's the thing that confuses me sometimes about what people actually think about Jesus. Why did he end up dying? Jesus didn't end up dying on a Roman cross because he claimed to be one option amongst many. It was precisely because he claimed to be the only way that everybody thought he was a blasphemer, a madman, a demon-possessed, raving lunatic. And actually, I've come to find him to be authentically, irresistibly, sometimes frustratingly and frighteningly the only option for peace. Jesus is the only way to the Father. And so here I am now 38, Mary's 33, and there is nothing we would rather live for. We want to proclaim his worth, we want to proclaim his truth, we want to understand his word, we want to see people mature in discipleship, we want to see the church characterized by genuine radical lifestyles of fasting and prayer. We want to prepare the way for Jesus to return. At the core of the gospel is that Jesus didn't just live and die and rise again from a tomb, but that he's coming again. Jesus is returning to the earth.
It was at that point that I really understood, I think for the first time, that I had to change, that I had to accept who Jesus was, and that I had to give my life to him. And it was only really when I did that I felt just a real sense of peace and a real sense of reaching the end of my question about why was I thinking about heaven and hell all the time. And ultimately it was because God was kind enough to give me that experience, to lead me to the place of salvation. And without that, I maybe would have never left the realm of duty and going to church out of habit, and I would never have really understood who Jesus was, and would have never come to the point of accepting him as Lord and Saviour.